Hi, mamas. It's Carol Webb, and I'm the founder of Just Breathe Mama Coach. I am a coach, EFT, and Reiki practitioner, and I am passionate about helping stay-at-home and work-at-home moms navigate the overwhelm to create more manageable and joyful lives. And as we continue to explore self-care, I wanted to add movement into the mix. And today I am so excited to have one of my dance instructors here with us. She has created a business that has a beautiful vision for empowering women. This is Melanie from Volair Fitness. Melanie is a pole dance and sensual movement instructor and a health and wellness researcher. She was widowed before the age of 30 and has since been on a healing journey, empowering herself to get unstuck from uninspiring situations to live a joyful, loving life. She created Volair to guide people on similar journeys to grow from being stuck to living an inspired life. So welcome, Mel. It's great to have you here.
Hi, thank you for having me today. I'm very excited to be here with you.
Great. So how did you get started on your pole and sensual dance journey? Please tell us your story.
Of course. So I actually got started, I was a dancer when I was in high school. So all through my childhood and adolescence, I danced. And then when I went to university, I was super passionate about health and fitness. So I went into kinesiology. And I ended up doing more things like going to the gym, which was great, still nice and healthy, but I missed that kind of piece of dance that enables you to give like the expression and to really feel and to have that sort of emotional outlet while I was doing all these academic endeavor kind of things. And so I was always looking for adult ballet classes, adult jazz classes. And they just seemed to not really either be at a level where they gave me the type of challenge where I felt like I could push myself through, because they'd be sort of like 8-week beginner sessions every now and then. So I couldn't find anything with real consistency. And then I came across pole dance and I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. I can learn some acrobatic-y things and get back to my dance stuff. And so I started it with that kind of in mind. And I had no idea the sort of profound impact it would have on me by giving me like a place to explore my own sensuality and to be kind of sexy and to do all these things that were foreign to me as, at the time, a master's student who just spent all my day in a research lab measuring heart rate and blood pressure waves. So it was, that's how I got started. And then it just tied me in and I kept going with it. So
I love that. And I think that a lot of people still think that there is only one style of pole dance out there. They'd be pretty surprised to know that there are so many different styles. Can you tell us some of the different styles that are offered?
Absolutely. And it's a dance form. So the number of styles you can have are completely unlimited based on whoever your instructor is and whatever their background is. So there's, of course, there's the one that everyone would probably instantly associate with it, and that would be sort of the erotic, sensual movement, sexy style. There's also pole fitness. So a lot of people will use it and have the basic goal of it to be just to increase strength. So it's very strength-based, workout-based type of thing. There's actually a pole sport now where pole is actually being watched by the IOC, so the International Olympic Committee, for entry into the Olympics as sort of a gymnastic sport. And then with pole dance, I mean, there's people who do contemporary dance in it. There's people with martial arts backgrounds who bring a really interesting martial artsy vibe into it. Parkour people come in and do it. And then there's people who bring in like their Latin vibe if they have ballroom or different styles of ballroom, different styles of dance. It's really unlimited styles based on whatever movement you prefer and whatever you choose to bring to it.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing how it's evolved, actually.
It's evolved huge, yeah.
Yeah. Can you tell us a bit about the programs you offer, especially the program that's off the pole called Devotion? Because I think a lot of our moms, or many of the moms, may not have a pole at home.
Yeah, for sure. That is definitely a limitation. Normally it takes a little while before you buy the pole and throw it up in your living room behind you. Yeah, for sure. So right now all of our programs are online. So with COVID, we switched from having a studio to going all online. And so we have one program that is pole based, and it's called Dare, and it's based around sort of challenging yourself to build a showcase routine so you can show it off at the end, and we can all celebrate all of our amazing accomplishments that we've had along the way. I won't talk too much about that one though, because that's our pole one. Our devotion program is really, it's a 6-week container that is, the goal of it is to just explore. So you'll explore through movement, through reflection, and through connecting with all of the other people who are in the group with you, and just sort of a self-discovery. So it's really focused on just moving the way that you feel feels good for you. And each week we have a specific theme. So we have 6 themes. We have openness, presence, vulnerability, courage, play, and love. And each week we have our movement and a couple of exercises that'll guide you through, but they're not specific. So they're all at whatever level you want, whatever feels right and authentic to you. And then there's a little reflection exercise to sort of carry it through your week so that you can really build that awareness through your daily life or apply it to your life, depending on what stage in your journey you're in. And then we have a little gathering after our movement. So we just get to chat and connect with other women or people, whoever's in the group. And yeah, just connect that way. So it's really about, discovering yourself and getting back to that sort of authentic place where you want to be living your life from.
Right. Yeah. It's about the connection to you. I love that. It's beautiful. Yeah. So that one is definitely good for beginners as well.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. This one, there's no prerequisites. It's, you just work within your own comfort, your own abilities. And if you're looking for a workout, it's still movement. You can give yourself a workout. You can keep it super gentle. You can make it a bit more intense. It's really, you bring to it what you bring to it and want to. So.
Oh, that's great, because sometimes you just want to move. Yeah. You don't necessarily want to be completely challenged. You just want to move your body, and it's a great way to do it. You can challenge yourself if you want to, but
yeah, for sure.
Do you ever have moms join your classes or your programs?
Absolutely. I think the greater proportion of people in my programs are actually moms. So
yeah. When I started, I actually felt so empowered, and it was so beautiful being around a community of women, whether it's online or in person. I felt stronger again. It was so nice when I chose to do the more erotic or the heels classes. It was really nice to connect with that sexy side for me again, just for me. It was really beautiful.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
What is the top question that you tend to get asked by clients?
Yeah, this is an interesting question, because a lot of people won't come out and ask me a question, but a lot of people, like, very, very common when they want to start, instead of asking a question, they'll kind of make a statement. They'll be like, oh, but I'm not strong enough for this, right? Or I'm not really sexy enough for this, right? Or this isn't really for me, but I'm a mom, right?
Yeah.
So it comes out more of this statement of like, I'm not enough of something, am I?
Right.
And yeah, my answer to all that is like, you totally are. Like, all of the classes, if you jump into a beginner class, whether it's an off the pole and on the pole, they're meant for beginners. So we don't come into class 1 and do crazy acrobatics and stuff. It's meant for you to start where you are, to give yourself whatever challenge that you need. And whether you're with me or any other instructor, if you choose to go to a studio, all of the instructors I've met are really great at like getting a positive challenge. So it's like enough to push you, but not enough to discourage you. And that's something I found very common across at least the people that I've trained around and who have been in my training category. And as far as like, I'm not sexy, like, yeah, you are. If you want to be, you can be. It's sort of, it really, whatever you want to be, you can be. You just need to decide it and come into it. So that's kind of the question is, am I enough? And the answer is, of course you're enough.
Yeah.
Come try and see if you like it or not.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
So what are the biggest benefits that you think moms would receive from doing these types of classes, pole or your programs?
Yeah. There's, of course, if you do the fitness style, there's all of the fitness benefits, but people kind of know what those are anyway. I think the biggest benefit that people in general get from this program is usually, or pole in general, not necessarily just my program, is like you were saying, that feeling of empowerment. So that sort of, this is something I'm doing for myself. For a lot of women, especially, we don't really have a safe space to be sexy, or to imagine that, like if we're out in public, we're, it's not an acceptable thing to express. So this gives you a nice safe space to be able to explore it, to express it, and to get back to that. And I think as moms, that's a really important part, because there's kind of this stigma that goes around with being a mom, is like, you were sexy and then you became a mom. Now you're a mom. And so it brings back to like, you're a mom, but you're still the same woman you were there, and you're still all the same things. I've also had other mothers tell me, I'm not a mom myself, but I've had other of my clients tell me it's been really helpful for them to set an example for their kids. So for their kids to see their mom have their own hobby, their own goals, their own struggles, and to see them deal with that, and see their mom as a person who's not just their mom, but has their own things. And then to be able to, as your kids having certain struggles through soccer, whatever their activity is, then you can relate to them and sort of talk about your struggles and your growth, and grow together and have a better, you probably appreciate your child can have that appreciation of you as someone other than the person who is their mom.
Yeah, most definitely. Both of those are really good benefits. Because I've seen it with my kids. They love it when they know if mommy's going to class, and they're like, oh, mom's going to class. And they're very excited for me, but they know that I have my own interests, and it is really important. And I did think about that earlier when we were speaking about how moms, they are loving and amazing moms, but they tend to kind of forget who they were before they were a mom. And they're like, I can't really be sexy now that I'm a mom. I'm a mom. But you can, if you want to. You can develop the strength side of it if you don't feel like exploring the sexy side yet, whatever it is you want.
Absolutely. And it's interesting you say that, because a lot of people come in, and I fully went through like a period of this where I was really into like academic stuff, and I was like, oh, I'm not sexy, so I'm just going to be this like strong person, and I'm going to do all the tricks and do all the things, and really were focused on the strength. And then there was actually this one pole dancer named Michelle Shimmy, and she used to be a lawyer before. And I saw her do this really sexy dance, and I was like, if she's a lawyer and she can do that, then I'm an academic, so maybe I can do that. And then sort of from that, seeing this idol of mine who kind of related to me, I was like, yeah, I can do it. And then I just sort of eased my way into it. And then, so I sort of started with the sexy, because that's what all pole dance was when I started. Started exploring my own contemporary background dance, trick stuff, and then came back to the sexy after, when I felt confident into that. So
right. Oh, that's amazing. So what advice would you give to moms just starting out with pole, with sensual dance, with any of your programs?
My first advice would be to just believe that you are enough, and that you're worthy of it, and that this time is going to be something that's important to you, and is overall going to benefit you, your family, everyone that you're around. So keep in mind that this is your time to devote to yourself, and it's important. The other advice, just for being able to get into it, move forward with it, would be to sort of release any judgments that you have. So a lot of times, I mean, it's a new activity. A lot of times people come in and will be like, oh, I can't pick this up quite as good, or I don't look like you when I do this. Like, I've been dancing since I was 5 years old. It's gonna, we all, and I don't want people to look like me when they dance. I want people to look like them when they dance. So it would be that, release your judgment, be ready to just explore, and just be open to whatever direction it takes you in. Because like I said, like, my directions have been sexy, strong, competitive, back to sexy, all over. So just be open to the journey, and maybe it stays in pole the whole time. Maybe you find other activities, but just be open, non-judgmental, and trust that you're enough.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. Fantastic advice. Thanks, Mel. And if ladies, if you're interested in finding out more information or getting in touch with Mel, you can check out her website at volairfitness.com. You can follow her on Instagram at Volair Fitness, and on Facebook under Volair Fitness Studio. Thank you for that wonderful information today. And it was great seeing you and having you on.
Oh, so good to see you too. And thank you so much for having me here.
All right. Have a great day.
You too.